It's Ruben Lowy, and I'm here in McAllen, Texas. It's late or Wednesday afternoon. I've got to get ready for our team Zoom meeting. After the good news call on Sunday and talking about the social media marketing, I got a little bit of background with that from Brian Tompkins and Eric Wright back from like 10 years ago. And a lot of stuff that was put out was very similar. I started tuning into some uh, group talks with people on LinkedIn. There was one had somebody from Walmart, had other, you know, smaller businesses, restaurants, retail, different, talking about the challenges that they're having. A lot of people getting laid off. A lot of business owners having to do a lot more of the little things than they're used to because they can't afford to hire somebody because they're either got more expenses with the way they're doing things or they're not bringing enough revenue to be able to hire that laborer to do the things that they now have to do. So, but the underlying the main drumbeat that was seen to be hit from the different people was the communication with the people, even if you're going to be doing it on Zoom or some other medium, video communications, which I kind of know a little bit about. I was one of the first with the John Maxwell Speakers Club, and a couple things that stand up. Especially if you're hosting, put your computer on a counter that's high enough where you can stand up and talk. It makes a big difference. The other aspect, is listen, pay attention. There's certain parts of our presentation that are going to capture somebody's attention, and you don't know what it is until you run past it. It might be the rule of 72. It might be how taxes affect your money. It might be the fact that there's something out there that's a tax advantage, tax advantage product that's they can put more money in than a Roth IRA that lights them up. I had somebody on, and I knew the guy. I've known him for about 10 years, and I didn't really know how much money he made. I know he had made a good living, and I showed him the graph of comparing the variable universal life and the equity index universal life from 2000 to 2012, and the difference. And he's like, his response was, "Wow, if I had this, I'd have $4 million now instead of just $2 million." Okay, and that's all he needed to see. Okay, it's all he needed to see. I've got him followed up with Bernadette on for Thursday. Okay, so that Xuan Nguyen talks about that. Xuan Nguyen talks about not following the script, but being yourself, and reading the introduction of the Blue Book verbatim may not be you. It isn't me. Okay. What I like is showing the financial foundation, and the base is protection, and then showing them that when you get to the top, when you're talking about investment, we already have that started for them with their protection in the beginning. So as they're taking care of that, they're also taking care of their investments, which leads to their retirement and all that. Okay, and I know when I do that, that makes a greater impact. It has so far. Okay. I was just talking to a really good friend of mine who's made a lot of money in real estate, and I've listened to Ron Weinberg, who's really one of the top trainers when it comes to real estate mortgage professionals, trying to get them to understand that this isn't that much different. It's kind of hard sometimes getting people from an accounting background or a mortgage professional to get what we do. I mean, we look at the same information. They're just looking at seeing, the accountants want to make sure that, lowering your tax profile so you're not paying as much tax to the government right now. And this guy, Ron Weinberg, says that a lot of times accountants and mortgage professionals, they're against each other because the accountant's always trying to bring down your adjusted gross income. And if you're trying to sell somebody a house, you're trying to show that they have a high enough adjusted gross income to qualify for the purchase or the mortgage that you're working on for them. And you kind of, there's a balance that you have to make there for people to be able to get the good financing or get the house that they want, right? Well, so he understands that the difference is between the accountant and the mortgage professional. Well, the difference between the accountant and the mortgage professional and the financial services professional is we're looking at the same information, except we're looking at with what they have now, what they have now, and what they have bringing in. When do they want to retire, and how much with what they're doing will they have when they retire? And if it's not what they want, what can they do to get there? Okay, it's not that different. It's like teaching a drunk woman how to do the contemporary double two-step, where you transition from side together side, side together side, walk, walk. They can't do it. But if you have somebody who's not drunk, then you can teach them. Okay, so one of the things is understanding where they are crisis-wise. They're in a crisis mode with their life somehow, with their marriage, with death in the family, with their finances. There's a lot of things they're not going to retain. Their brain will take it in and retain it, but it won't process it until that stress of their life is lifted. And then the brain starts processing and putting that information where it goes, and then they start having epiphanies popping in their head. It's kind of like when you shut your phone off, going to church or to a movie or into a meeting for a couple hours, and you turn that phone back on, all the texts and the messages and notifications start popping in your phone right away. Well, that's the same thing that happens in your mind. So that's why the meeting mentality is so important, to plug into the information. Because if they do, right, and then if data gets stored in the brain and they get in a spot where all of a sudden now their brain can start processing it, right, things can happen pretty quickly, right? So this whole thing with the social media marketing is huge, right? Huge. I'm thinking of guys that I've known for a long time that have a good following, and they know me, and I have credibility with them, and it's a different market. It's getting somebody's prospect list without having them write a prospect list. All right. It's ingenious. All right. Have a great Wednesday.